Hi betting experts, on Saturday April the 8th, the traditional ITV 7 on Saturday, the best of both worlds. We've got cracking flat action at Musselburgh, their most valuable day of racing, really good prize money and some competitive handicaps, while at Haydock they put on a really good jumping card with the ground drying out all the time. I think it's going to be sort of good to soft at both tracks, but the weather forecast looks set fair over the Easter weekend. We start off with our betting expert Daily Nap in the 240 at Haydock. This is the Challenger Staying Chase Series finale, a handicap chase over an extended 3-mile one, class 2 for 5-year-olds and upwards. And I think number 15 on your card, Jeffrey's Cross here, who's crept into this off bottom weight. Harry Skelton will be down to his minimum here. Now, he's a lightly raced handicapper. He's completely unexposed, granted a proper test of stamina on decent ground. I think that's the key. His latest runner-up effort at Fontwell's been well franked since by the winner, Cool Valor, bolting in from almost a stone higher next time out. There should be loads more improvement in the camp to come from Jeffrey's Cross. He's only run 3 times over fences, and I think his relative freshness at this belated stage of the jumping season could count for plenty. It can be a dangerous time to be a backer on the jumps. A lot of these runs are afterthoughts, but Jeffrey's Cross has been kept for this valuable Saturday handicap, and I think he should go really well under Harry Skelton. Similar story in that our value angle selection in the 130 at Haydock. This is the Challenger 2-mile hurdle series final, a handicap hurdle over 2 miles, class 2, 4-year-olds and upwards. 2 friendlies been catching my eye all winter, mainly on soft ground. They've tried him over longer trips lately and he hasn't seen things out, but he's tanked through the race like a very well handicapped horse, and he screams a spring campaign on better ground to me. He's right back to 2 miles here. They'll go a proper gallop, which will help him settle. Hopefully he can come swooping through late to give them Skeltons a cracking start to the day. The remaining 5 races, all on ITV. We go over to Musselburgh on the flat for the Royal Mile handicap at 150. Well, Captain Winters come from the yard, Kevin Ryan, that's landed running on the turf. He had a really well-backed winner at Doncaster last weekend, and his unexposed sort seems sure to be primed to make a winning return after 6 months on the sidelines. He starts off this new term from an attractive handicap mark, and I think there'll be lots more improvement on the turf from him this spring. He's only run 5 times in this Spear throughout his career. Staying at Musselburgh, the 225, a handicap over 7 furlongs. Well, Guido's a really good advert for Katie Scott. 9 career wins from 31 starts on the turf. Optimum conditions for a winning return here. And I like the fact they've booked the up-and-coming claimer, Billy Loughnane. He's a teenager, really going places. One to follow this season. Staying at Musselburgh for the 3 o'clock Scottish Sprint Cup handicap over 5 furlongs. Gone for a big priced one here. Last Crusader, he was 33 to 1 and last of 8 on his reappearance, but he did catch the eye a bit. He got a very negative ride, it has to be said, over 6 furlongs. Back to 5 here. He's unexposed on the turf. I think he could have a fitness edge, and I'm going to take a chance with him at a huge price. Back to Haydock for the 315, the Stayers Hurdle Series final over an extended 3 miles, a class 2 for 4-year-olds and upwards. Well, Halifax has actually done really well since switching to from John Joe O'Neill. He'll love this flat track on drying ground. He's a smooth traveller. He doesn't always find what looks like he's going to off the bridle, but in a big field round here, hopefully he'll be covered up, buried away, and he can come smoothly through. If he can be produced late, I think he's still got a bit of scope from this handicap mark. And finally to Musselburgh for the 335, the Queen's Cup, a heritage handicap over a mile 6. Well, I think it's significant that Andrew Balding has sent Spirit Mixer all the way up to Scotland. He's a progressive performer, 4 from 15 on the turf, rapidly drying ground conditions, I think, up at Musselburgh. Probably be nearly good, hopefully, by this stage of Saturday afternoon. And the talented £5 claimer Callum Hutchinson is a good booking, with Andrew Balding already going really well. Best of luck with all 7 races on Saturday, betting experts.